row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Yes, we'll all go bye-bye when this is all over, okay? You go swimming this summer with your brother and sister?
We just talked to one of the doctors who said that they went and are harvesting the organs from the donor as we speak, and that everything so far looks good, like it's going to actually happen. So we have a little bit more time to contemplate everything, but right now I'm pretty much, my mind's with the donor family and can't imagine what they're going through. Saying thank you doesn't seem like it's good enough. Such a selfless act that they're doing in their darkest hour. I can't imagine it, but we're very, very thankful. This is what we're hoping for other families as well. And even if it doesn't work for Matthew, we know that another family will benefit from this. It's still hard to wrap my mind around the thought that it actually is Matthew's turn. It's been so many times we've been down this road, but we've never been this far. So we're very hopeful. Scared also, very scared of the whole procedure and everything that's going to be done to our little guy. It's very scary, but we have faith in the doctors, we have faith in Matthew, and we have faith in God that it'll be okay.
You okay? Yeah. That's your whole family, huh?
Mama, come.
Yeah, Mama, come.
Mama, come.
When I walked into the OR to bring Matthew in, it was overwhelming feeling of fear. I was scared of what to expect. The first thing I saw was the liver that they were working on, and I wasn't expecting to see that. It was very odd thinking that part of that is going to be in my son. The next thing I thought of was just trying to calm him and comfort him.
Soft, baby, warm,
Okay, so I think it's time for you to go.
When we were first able to go inside the ICU and see him, it was just like they said, he was intubated. He had tubes coming out from all over his body. And it was a scary sight, but all those machines are there helping his little body and keeping him going. And we were able to kiss him and touch him and tell him how much we love him and how brave he is. So it was scary, but it was still very special. We really needed that. We needed to see that he was there, and he made it through the surgery. We're tired, but we're doing good. We have had lots of support from friends and family and complete total strangers. It's been remarkable. We're really blessed to have this opportunity to share Matthew's story and every aspect of it, and hopefully other people could benefit from it, learn from it. That's what we're hoping for. And of course, ultimately, we need more people to become organ donors and understand the need for it. We want them to see this side of what happens in our story.
Say bye-bye. Wave bye-bye. There you go. Wave bye-bye again.
Okay, his medicine can go in this one, Mom. So it's been 73 days since we've had the transplant, but it's also been 25 months since this whole journey began. And it's really almost overwhelming to think of what life is going to be like, what it can be like, since we're going home.
Matthew home?
Yeah.
There were a few times, very dark moments over the past couple months that I wasn't sure if we were going to bring Matthew home. I didn't know if he'd survive. I never had any doubts in him, but some of these circumstances and things that happened were really scary.
High five!
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's just always been another goal, you know, the next thing we were going to do, we were going to be able to take him home, and that day's finally here. It's amazing. I'm very excited. We can do anything. You know why? Because we're going home. It's not just that he's going to be going home, but that we're probably not going to have to do any more dialysis, and our trips out here are going to be fewer and fewer, and Molly and Patrick get to move home, and you know, I don't have to wake up every single day and drive him out here. It's, you know, we do have a lot of things we have to do. He's on a ton of medication and he has follow-ups, and we have to keep him very safe and secluded to avoid germs and everything, but that's, we get to do that from home. So this is a great day.
Bye, Matthew.
Patrick, Molly, come here.
Bye, Matthew. Yeah.
This little guy has overcome everything that has been thrown his way, and he's back. He's 100% him. There's no problems with the stroke. He's just amazing, and so I give that all up to the amazing power of prayer. It's been a very tough journey, but we're here, and none of this would have happened if it wasn't for the amazing doctors, the amazing support we've had, and I will never ever forget that choice that somebody made to be a donor. Oh my goodness! Wow. Look at this, baby! I gotcha.
Do you want to go home?
Matthew's been home from the hospital for a little while now, but we've had several short stays where we've had to go back for other procedures. So we've been home with IVs. We've got the antibiotics all complete, and now we have a nurse that comes twice a week to help change the dressing and to take the labs so that we don't have to drive to San Francisco just to get labs done.
Say blah.
Remember? I got a text message from somebody, and they asked if they can friend me on Facebook. They had an important message they wanted to get to me. So of course I did, and I read this message and I couldn't believe it. It was our son's donor's mother who was reaching out to connect with us. And she said she'd been following Matthew's story ever since suspecting that he was the recipient of her son's liver and kidney.
We've been contacted by Maggie, and we've opened up communication with her, and we've invited her to our house today to meet with us, and we can meet with her. We can sit down and hopefully have a better understanding of her family and her son, and we can introduce her to our son and our family, and hopefully that helps her get some closure with what she's been going through.
You got lots of stuff there, huh?
Cute, Billy.
We know he's 22 years old. He is a recent Army vet. He did one tour. He was going back to college, and unfortunately he passed in a car accident back in June.
For me, it's extremely important for people to understand that her son was not just a donor. He was not just our son's donor. Her son was a person and had a life, and just being a donor is just one part of it. I hope that she can find peace and that we have a good meeting.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah. Hi, welcome to our home. That's Kristi. I'm Kelly. Hi. I knew I brought down tissues for a reason. Here, come on in.
Can you say hi?
Tell Maggie thank you. How do you say thank you?
The first one was liver and kidney, 2-year-old male. The second half of his liver went to a 51-year-old male.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
At Cal Pacific. His heart went to a 53-year-old male at Cal Pacific. His lungs went to a 60-year-old female at San Francisco, and his pancreas and his second kidney went to a 51-year-old male at Calif.
Wow.
He wanted to help people, and he helped in the greatest way possible. And he would absolutely have been completely for me coming down here and meeting you all.
He has a whole future. He has a life that he hopefully will be able to take over and live this life that Brandon couldn't finish.
I'm thankful for them that, you know, they are who they are, and you know, they've brought such a light to this, and the way that they care for each other and the way that they care for Matthew, and just the feelings that they've given to me for my family and my son without even knowing us. I'm just very grateful to and thankful to now have them to be a part of my life.
It was an amazing day. It was nice to meet Maggie and hear about her family and hear about Brandon, the kind of man he was, and we already knew how special he was to us because of his gift to Matthew. We have new family members. Our family just grew, and we're very, very thankful and very blessed today.
We're ending the year out, and it's been a crazy year. You know, Matthew had his transplant in June, and it's been a few months in the hospital. Thinking back, it's amazing how far we've come from where we were. And then to find our donor, find out who he is, and his whole story and his whole life has definitely been a huge blessing for us. And now we are here at Christmas time, and it's the welcomed chaos, but yet still Matthew having occasional surgeries. His labs last week were excellent, and then yesterday his labs are now very elevated, and that's something we're always going to have to deal with. It's tough to let your guard down because, you know, he'll stumble and fall and be a typical child and then break an arm, and that's another thing that's been very challenging, is trying to let him become a little boy, but yet a little boy who we would love to wrap in bubble wrap and keep as safe and protected as much as possible.
But Matthew's in the way now, and I don't want him to get kicked. And your lunch is ready.
This is the first year that we've had time together where we're actually able to decorate. You know, we got a tree and we actually put ornaments on the tree. Presents are under the tree. It's something that we've been able to enjoy, and it's also his first Christmas to where we've been able to do that. And so it brings the rest of us a lot of excitement and joy just watching him experience it for the first time. It's definitely a reminder to us about what it's all about and the magic of Christmas and the children who get to enjoy it. We're having a lot of people still coming through, and with the positive wishes and the prayers and that whole goodwill towards man, it's something that we've experienced quite a bit over the last few months, and it continues through this day. So to us, it's that magic has continued through since the beginning. Everybody has their own balance, their own journey, their own battles to fight through. And I think that if you could just bear down, get through them, try to find the positive in it, try to find something where there is a lesson learned or something you can do, some little thing to hold on to give you hope, then I think that that is the biggest thing. And so many people, they just want to help, and they just need to be led into the right direction. So that's what we focus on now, is to try to find ways that people can help and to help keep us in the giving back, because this whole thing has always been so much greater than us.